Please introduce yourselves.
Wait, let's get the lens flare. And this commercial was filmed by J.J. Abrams. Hello. We're down from above on a spaceship. We're going down.
And you're watching Toasted.
We're Death from Above, and you're watching Toasted.
Another song I love. All I See Is You and Me. Dare I say a love song? Yeah.
Yeah, you can say it.
You can sing it as well, apparently.
I cannot really sing it now.
I mean, they're not. There are love songs on all of our records, so it's not.
If Romance is dead, then I'm a ghost who haunts our favorite places.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I think so.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah,
You wrote it?
That was
Yeah.
the first song. He writes all the words. That was the first song you finished vocals for on this record.
Yeah.
And you
Is it
said-
actually about? Is it about someone?
We just
I
need
mean,
9 more of these.
Is it about someone? I've been married for 8 years. I hope it's about.
I don't know what happens on the road.
Certainly
Well,
not.
actually, yeah. Well, I saw a movie about that.
Play
That's not
songs.
where you find love. You don't find love on the road. You find.
No.
Everyone knows where love is.
I don't know. I'm sure someone's found love on the road.
Yeah.
Depends on what you think love is.
Yeah. And it depends on the road. which road is very important, especially here in Amsterdam.
Had a couple of small roads down the road.
Not love.
Again, I didn't stutter when I said
Not
it.
an alley.
I was plowing through your Instagram. I saw you actually wearing a Greg Romero glasses.
George Romero.
George Romero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those? They look remarkably the same, actually.
They are the same. I met George Romero once in 2006. I was at.
You're joking.
No, I didn't even clue in that it was him until after we spoke. But I was waiting outside this, staying at this hotel in kind of the west side of Los Angeles, and I was waiting for a car to come pick me up. And there's this guy, old guy, standing there with those glasses on, and I think we were both smoking. And I went up to him and I said, "Sorry to bother you, sir, but those glasses are incredible. Like, what are they?" And he said, "Oh, they're called Goliaths. I love them, but my wife just hates them." And I was like, "Oh, thanks very much." And it's mental note, Goliaths. And I started looking for them. And then, as it turns out, the number one dealer for those glasses on the whole planet is a guy that I knew in Montreal who just. And he ended up actually going so far as to buy the company and the name, and now he's producing them again.
Fuck.
Yeah, they're just expensive as hell, but they're awesome.
Yeah, expensive as in what? How much do they cost? Because I think they're amazing.
I don't know. I guess they're probably about like $300.
Jesus Christ. Well, I think it's worth it. There's a lot of glass in there, so.
Yeah, and they are my glasses for like seeing. I need them.
Do you still have heroes, both of you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just not in music.
Really? Not in music?
Not really.
I still have heroes in music.
Can you name me a couple?
There's this really amazing drummer named Brian Blade, and I mean, it's the closest thing that I would have to a hero now. I mean, that type of admiration. He's so nimble and naturalistic in his playing that his playing is like a metaphor for just being a natural in life, you know? And it's not like I'm a super fan where I obsess over all of his recordings, but every time I see him play, I'm just transfixed by his playing. So definitely there's still musicians, and as a drummer, there are still so many drummers that I admire because I know what my limitations are, and I'm always trying to break through those. And when you see someone that is just so natural, you know, it's awe-inspiring for sure.
I was looking through the documentary live after yourselves, basically. Impressive stuff. There are some quotes out there that I loved. You guys broke up because we stopped being friends. Apparently that didn't happen. You're still friends, so that's good.
Well, you can stop being friends and you can start being friends again.
Really? Don't you think it lasts forever? Maybe you just argue for a period of time.
It's very difficult to be a human being and somehow not affected by the world, and to a lot of I've come to accept and understand that a lot of our disagreement, which was really never spoken anyway, had so much to do with circumstances.
There's also there's one thing that I think is important in that is that what was difficult at that time was that there was a because we were a band and we were publicly known as this thing. We were being lumped together, and because I was in my early 20s when we started, my identity was almost created around the band in a sense. And when I got into my late 20s, I said, "Is this all I am?" And there was almost I resented being like not an individual in a sense, and so the split was almost a reaction to that, going like, "No, I'm an individual," you know, and in this iteration of the band, which is been much longer, and since we started hanging out again, right away the first conversation we had was we were catching up with our lives, and we were relating in a way that's like, how can we still get along? Well, yes, we still get along, but the now I recognize what makes him special, and I think he does the same for me. No, but not in like a.
I just wanted to say it like that. You sang earlier.
That's true. But there's more of an acceptance, and it's like it's almost like family in a way. It's like you don't you can be critical of your family, but it's like they are who they are, and you still you love them, and you do your.
Want to know a really great way of explaining that? It would be the difference in experience of having a brother or being twin brothers, right? And twin brothers don't get spoken about as individuals. It's some twins have a really hard time establishing themselves as their own person as they're getting older, and that's kind of what it's like. And then you come back to work again. You've had a lot of time to to move away from that.
It was actually very similar with my actual brother when we were living together, as children. He was kind of my tyrant. He was my big brother. We didn't get along, and then he went away to school, and I didn't see him for like 4 or 5 years. And then when I hung out with him we were both basically adults, or I was maybe 19 or something. And we hung out, and we were laughing insanely at the same things, and we had the exact same sense of humor. And I didn't, we related because we were bound together, by this experience and this life thing. But I didn't appreciate him until I went away and came back, and I was like, oh, I know this guy, we know each other. It's not that different from this,
I was never a tyrant with him.
That's good to know. Hey, what a beautiful, beautiful thing is when you put art into this world, there has to be an element of love. That's also a quote from the video. I love that.
Sure.
No hate? Hate can create some art, probably.
I think hate is an emotion that takes perhaps more work and upkeep than love does. To actively hate something
Costs a lot of energy.
Yeah, I don't hate anyone, because it's just that's just me being honest. I could say I do, but it's like, God, that's a job. Yeah. Hate takes more effort than love. And I don't know. I think music is the way I communicate with the world. That is how. I just say that freely now, but that's not something that as a young man I would have wanted to
express.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. No,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but
but beauty is embarrassing, especially when you're a kid.
And also that to then have your choosing what will define your life is very difficult. Looking back and seeing what has defined your life is much easier than being able to identify it in the moment. So now I accept that I am a musician. That's what I am. That's what I'm
glad you guys are. Hey, to wrap this up, a couple of things. A lot of people out there want to know if you are going to tour Mexico, especially if you're going to tour. Yeah, really, there's so many fans from Mexico.
Well, we
Yeah.
Because there's a North American tour. I saw you guys get back to Europe, but will there be like South America as well?
Yeah, there will be. It's
Russia?
just a matter of time.
I would love
Yeah.
to. Russia is one of the East Bloc is the only part of the world that I haven't played that I really want to play.
Yeah.
And it will happen.
Well,
Yes.
come on, Russia. Come on, Poland. Just invite us.
I go to Poland
Yeah,
to
you
visit
go.
my family,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
yeah, my wife's Polish, so.
Okay, wow.
But I'd love to play there. Yeah, there's lots of places we haven't played, which is amazing. I mean, we've been a band for 15 years, and there's entire parts of the world. We got a great invitation to go to Africa. Not last week. It'd be amazing.
Are you going?
We're gonna go. We're going everywhere.
Whereabouts in Africa is it? Because it's a big continent.
It's in South Africa. We're going to be playing in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Do they have a stage?
Sub-Saharan, just below this.
As long as it's not Southern Sudan, you'll be fine, I think.
A sandy ridge in the desert. Yeah. No. It is a big world. It is an interesting and unique time to be traveling the world. We get a lot of perspective on some things that.
The answer is we're coming to your town.
Yeah.
We're coming to a town near
We're
you.
going to party down.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Milwaukee.
Hey, and I saw there's a free flexi, 7-inch.
It was.
Is it still available? Not anymore.
Oh, there's still some.
Yeah, I think some people.
hands on it?
Some of
You
the
gotta be in
record
the right
stores
spot for
have
it,
them. We sent them out to people that had, been longtime supporters of the band, and yeah, it's kind of random the way we were getting them out in the world, but they're still out there.
Really nice to have.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, it's like you play them twice and then the sound's gone.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm impressed. I'm impressed at how well it's held up. But it doesn't. I've had flexis in the past that never wanted to sit flat. It hasn't never been a problem with this one.
Cool.
I think they made the holes slightly smaller than the ones that used to come in Thrasher magazine.
Last thing, a lot of people are also saying this band is going to be huge, finally.
All right. Well, from your lips to God's ears, people. Sounds good to me.
I think it's a very realistic thing.
Yeah. I mean, if we keep making hits like these.
Yeah, you're joking. I think this album is a hit. I think it's a really important album, and I think it's very well done.
I think important is the nicest thing anyone could say about the record. I thank you.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful.
Hey guys, thanks so much for music. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for saying all those wonderful things.
That's my job now. I'm not that friendly to everybody.